From the News Channel 5 Network, this is OpenLine.
Hi there, happy Tuesday. Welcome to Open Line. I'm Jessica Ralston. Tonight we are talking about some nasty bugs that nobody wants to deal with, Enterovirus and the flu, because flu season is going to be upon us. Of course, we're going to be pushing you to go out there and get those flu shots. Dr. Kelly Moore is back with us. She's been here before, and we're going to talk about all these things that come along with this time of year. And I know we've been doing a big push lately, just reminding people, get out and get your flu shots. The time is now, correct?
That's right. This is the perfect time to get your flu vaccine. There's not much in the way of flu around the state at this point, so usually takes a week or two for it to take full effect, so get it now and don't have to worry about it later. And I have some great news to report now. CDC tells us that over half of Tennesseans get their flu vaccine the last 2 years in a row.
Ooh.
We're one of the few states in the country where the majority of people in Tennessee get a flu vaccine every year, so do it because everybody's doing it.
I know, that's wild. That's good to hear, right?
It's great news.
Okay, now did I make a big mistake? I'm flying next week and I didn't get my flu shot, and I just feel like airplanes, you know, they are cesspools for germs and viruses.
Well, maybe not cesspools, but because I have to take a flight this weekend too. But it is a place where you can sure be exposed to people from all over the world who might be carrying viruses. So go ahead and get your flu vaccine tomorrow, and it'll still have some time to take some effect before you get on that plane.
All right.
So
I promise I'm getting on it.
You know, pharmacies are great. You can walk in. Many of them you don't have to have an appointment. If you haven't seen your primary care doctor or don't get it at the workplace, that's another great place to just walk in and take care of it.
Yes, do it indeed. And we have a lot of people that have been writing in asking about where they can get flu shots and are there going to be any clinics offering them for free. And we have all of that information listed for you on newschannel5.com. So you can just go there and click on our news links. Make sure you give us a call if you have questions for Dr. Moore tonight. She is here to help and happy to answer them for you. So give us a call at 737+. And I also got to let you know today we announced the Metro Public Health Department is offering flu shots at all 3 health centers. So that's one place you can go. And as you mentioned, the pharmacies, some of the grocery store pharmacies. So they are all over the place, but you got to make sure you actually get the shot for it to work.
Right, absolutely. It doesn't protect you sitting on a shelf.
Indeed not. Now, you said you didn't get the shot this year. Why did you go with the mist instead?
It was just convenient. It was what they had at the time, and so at my age, I'm still eligible for the mist, which is licensed through age 49, and so it just was really convenient. They happened to have it there, and I wanted to go ahead and get that. I try to get a different kind every year, just so that I can try all the different versions. So I've had the little short needle that just goes under the skin, and the regular one, and the mist, and so, you know, I've tried them all, and that happened to be the one I got this year.
Okay, all right, sounds good to me. Okay, and well, we have some calls calling in already, but we have to tell you, we reported this at 5 and 6 tonight. It's pretty cool. It's a new app, and of course, there's an app for everything these days. This one, though, is called Sick Weather. You download this to your phone, and it tracks from social media in your area where people are posting that they're feeling sick, that maybe they have the flu or something else going on, and it'll pinpoint what areas those are most prevalent. Of course, you know, this isn't scientific proof of anything, it's just people talking about, hey, I'm not feeling well today. But the app is so high tech that it can discern between, we said it earlier, it's so funny, if you're talking about Bieber fever or an actual fever, it knows the difference. So take a look here at Chris Cannon's story from tonight.
With a few taps on a keyboard, you can find just about anything.
The top trending forecasts in Nashville are allergies, fever, and sore throat.
Now you can go online and track sickness hotspots in your area with Sick Weather.
It ranges between allergies and whooping cough, lots of childhood illnesses, things that spread in daycares and elementary schools.
On your phone or computer, Sick Weather takes data from your posts on social media sites like Twitter and Facebook.
That allows us to see which symptoms people are reporting and allows us to create these forecasts and real-time weather maps, if you will, of different illnesses.
The point of Sick Weather is to give you advanced warning of possible sickness around you.
So it allows parents and households to proactively manage those pain points around getting sick.
The heads up from Sick Weather could act as a reminder to get into your health caregiver's office even sooner.
Our flu season will be coming up soon. It's recommended to go ahead and start getting those immunizations now if you're going to take them.
Sickness is so easy to spread this time of year, but there are ways to avoid starting a hot spot in your area.
Coughing to your elbow instead of onto your hands, that will decrease spread rates.
And when the Sick Weather app is on your phone, it'll automatically alert you to any issues.
That you can download it and sort of forget about it, and we'll let you know when you've entered a sick zone and when illnesses are trending in your area.
It's another way to try and stay healthy as we head into cold and flu season.
Yeah, for sure. Well, all right. So I think Philip has called in tonight with a question already, I guess, about flu season. Hey there, Philip. How are you?
Hey, I don't have the flu.
Well, that's good. Neither do I.
I'm 46 years old, and I don't know that I've ever had the flu. And I'm being perfectly honest. I don't want to rip on your guest there, but I am baffled at the recent, over the years, media thing. And I don't want to get sidetracked. It's ironic to me that we are, as a nation, supposed to be terrified of the flu. We're all going to die from the flu. Oh my God, we don't have a vaccine, but this is some kind of new flu. We're going to die. Ebola, don't worry about it. We've got it totally under control. There's nothing to worry about. I really wonder whether or not these vaccines that people are being herded like sheep to get is doing something to the human body that's causing people to get the flu. I grew up with kids who every year they got sick. They were out for a week. I've never been one. I'm around people, different people, all day, every day. I don't get sick. I've never, ever gotten a flu shot.
Maybe you have the immune system of, I don't know, of an ox. Is that what my husband always says?
Well,
ox?
I remember you, Philip, from last year, and I still envy your superhuman immune system because the rest of us ordinary humans are much more susceptible.
Yeah, and I have to tell you, I don't want to rip on you, Philip, because I know you're a big supporter of OpenLine, but you know what's funny? First of all, we don't say you have to get your flu shot, you're going to die. The reason why is if you've ever actually had the flu, that's why you want to get the vaccine, because you don't want to get it again, because it is true misery. And yes, if you have it, sometimes you feel like you might die because it's that miserable.
Well, and what I can say is every year thousands of Americans do die of flu and their complications. That is absolutely irrefutable. And the good news is that now we have vaccines, so far fewer people are dying from flu than 50 years ago. And those kids who grew up and got sick with all sorts of viruses when they were growing up, some of those didn't end up growing up because some of those didn't make it past those illnesses. Nowadays, we're in much better shape with vaccines. They don't do anything to harm our immune systems whatsoever, which is great. All they can do is help. There's no downside. So even though it may not be perfect protection, it'll cut your chances of getting the flu in half, and that's good enough for me. It's worth $10.
Yeah. And Philip, you better knock on some wood, buddy, because I remember you calling last year, too, and saying you'd never had the flu. So you better hope that streak continues.
Yeah, good luck this season.
Okay. Well, to watch the national news, I'm talking about the national news that follows local news, you would swear that the national media is trying to convince people if you don't go out and get this thing, you will die. I mean, it's going to take over. It's just going to kill people. And the hysteria just drives me nuts. I just don't understand it.
Well, hey, that's okay. You're entitled to your opinion. You know that.
Yeah.
All right. I just wish people would suck it up, go to work. Don't think about being sick. Pretend like you're not sick and just go on and it'll go away.
Philip, that's because you have never had the flu. I promise you cannot power through the flu. I promise you cannot power through. I've tried it and almost passed out before it worked. So
yeah, and not to mention that, even though you might power through the flu, unfortunately someone that you spread it to could end up really, really sick. Yeah. Because unfortunately, even though it's not really hype that thousands of people each year do die of the flu, and that's something we can do something about. So I think that's one reason we focus on it. There are other things like this new Enterovirus that's out there. There's very little we can do to prevent that. And so, you know, that's a little more scary to me than something I can actually do something to protect myself about.
Right. So. Absolutely. Well, we always appreciate your phone calls, Philip. Keep calling in, all right?
Good night. Yeah.
Thanks. Take care. Good night. All right, we have several callers now waiting. We're going to take a quick break here. We'll be back with Dr. Moore. We're going to talk about the flu, enterovirus, and we'll answer your questions. So stick with us.